Record-setting 9 straight down days. The Dow Jones Industrial Average opened higher today, but it hasn't had 9 straight down days since 1978.
Oh, Terry Savage is with us. What does it mean? What does it mean, Terry?
I knew. I was actually expecting an email from you, Larry, if I hadn't been planning to be on the air this morning, because it makes a great headline. Basically, it's really only reflects about a 3.5% decline from the market highs of just over 45,000 a couple weeks ago. So it's not that big a decline. And most of that comes from the stock of United Healthcare, much in the headlines these days, not only about the shooting of the executive, but about the possibilities that their business will be curtailed under the new administration. They are pharmacy benefits manager. So that weighs heavily on the Dow. But the S&P and the NASDAQ are right up at the all-time highs. But it is, it does give me a chance to point out to people that we've had about a 25% gain so far this year in the market after a big gain last year. And for those of you who are looking and going, I'm rich in my 401k or IRA, it might be time to rethink your exposure to the stock market going forward, particularly if you're on the cusp of retirement or in retirement, need to start taking money out to live on. So it's a good time to say, wait a minute, I'm overweighted, as they would say in stocks. Maybe I should move something to something more conservative. And by the way, today's big news that will impact the stock market will come later. The Fed will announce whether it's going to cut interest rates another quarter of a point. The market is fully expecting they will do that. But there's some reason to believe that maybe they won't, because inflation remains strong, jobs remain strong, and why would they cut again? So we will shift from that 9-day record to what's the Fed going to do once again. And tomorrow morning will be another interesting day.
All right, let's get to some viewer questions, Terry. This person says, my 16-year-old grandson just started a part-time job and wants to start investing. What steps does he take to get started, and is Fidelity a recommendation?
That probably came from a column that I just posted at terrysavage.com, and we mentioned last week when I was on the show. Fidelity has a great new account, no fees, no minimum, but the parents need to open an account. So roll a portion of your IRA over to Fidelity to get access to the Fidelity Youth account. No minimum, no fees. Go to fidelity.com and put in the words Fidelity Youth account. It comes with the ability of the child to make real-time investment decisions. Even comes with a debit card up to the limits you set, and parents can watch in real time. Now, I want to caution you, if the family's going to apply for financial aid, that FAFSA form, which everybody should be filling out now, if you have a high school senior, that weighs more heavily against you in the financial aid formula, money in a child's name. But it's a great way to get kids started. They can buy any of the stocks or mutual funds that Fidelity trades. So Fidelity Youth account would be my bet to get a teenager started in investing. By the way, they may know more than you. They may come up with a hot game online, the hot stock, the hot sporting goods, or whatever it is, and you might learn something from them.
All right, what is your last-minute advice about charitable giving for 2024?
Well, you need to have that money cashed, that check cashed, and a receipt from the charity for 2024. So that charitable giving is something you want to do today. Now, people don't itemize particularly anymore because of the new higher standard deductions. So maybe itemizing your deductions isn't your reason for giving. But for those who have an IRA and either have a required distribution or not, once you're over 70, you can direct your IRA custodian to make a gift to a registered charity right out of your IRA. It counts toward your RMD if you're older and need to do that. But you should do that again today because the check must go directly from your IRA to the charity. We're charitable anyway, with or without deductions. Americans are the most charitable people on the planet, and there are plenty of good charities out there for you to give to.
All right. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
Oh, we have one more.
Oh, there's one more. Okay, I'm sorry. We missed one. All right. Let's go back there if you can. We told him to go up too far. This person says, if I purchase a car now or before President Trump signs into office, will I still pay a tariff? Also, if I buy a car that's in the USA already, will I pay a tariff on it?
Okay, this is really a complex and interesting question. We don't know if there will be tariffs or if that's just a negotiating point, but let's just assume that there were a tariff that went into effect either on parts of cars or assembled cars or cars that are fully assembled and brought into the United States, and it went into effect next year. Not only would the dealers raise the price of that car to any consumer by the amount of the tariff, or pretty much the amount, because they're not going to get squeezed. But all other manufacturers, whether the car was already built and just sitting on the dealer's lot, would sort of have cover to raise the prices on those existing cars or American-made cars. Now, typically, year-end is a good time to buy a car because dealers want to clear out their inventory before year-end. So if you know you're going to buy a car in the next couple of months, I would think this would be the time to walk into the dealer, cash in hand, be aware of all the financing deals, and make your best deal on a car. Again, we have no idea what kind of tariff will come this year, but it should raise, if it does, it will raise the price of cars generally, which is inflationary, and beware the Fed, and that sets off another whole round of discussion. But buy your car before year end. Now that it's sitting on the dealer's lot and they want to get it off.
All right, thanks, Terry. If you want to ask Terry a question, you go to terrysavage.com.
Thank you, Terry. Time for Around Town.
Hello, Miss Anna.